Hey everybody, welcome to Board or Bin with Sam and Bruce, and we are filming today in Small Pond Studios, and today it's all about the treble boosters. Now, if you've not used a treble booster before, it's a way of giving your amp a bit of a poke. So it's basically just a preamp, but they're all voiced slightly differently, and they all have this interesting feature that as you turn the guitar down, the characteristic of this tone changes a lot. So effectively, you kind of use your volume pot as a tone pot. And you'll notice on all my guitars that I've always taken the tone pots out. The reason for that is I don't want to be bothered with it. I want to just have that finger on that tone and just do everything from there. You've wired this guitar particularly with the tones, haven't you, Sam?
Yeah, so this is to the bridge. Got one for the bridge pickup, one for the neck pickup. This is bypassed in the middle there. So if I do use middle pickup, that's just flat out. But then the volume as well, it's got, I don't know what the word is, it's like a trim thing, so it doesn't lose treble when you go down.
Okay, yeah. It's really interesting that these the details, like your pots. I always buy my pots from bare knuckle pickups, and just a simple thing like putting a really good quality pot in your guitar can transform the sound of it. It sounds like a little detail, but actually it can be quite important. But these treble boosters, some of my favourite ever sounds are basically something like a 50 watt plexi, giving a little poke with this. So it's all the early Judas Priest, Michael Jackson. Why did I say that? I meant Richie Blackmore. Michael Schenker, that's what I was trying to say. So, yeah, Rory Gallagher, that amazing sound is a Strat into an AC30 with one of these. So what we've got to then do, it's such a common sound, so reminiscent of, I don't know, the Faces, Ron Wood, early Clapton again. He used a Range Master, I think, on that Blues Breakers album, I believe. So what we've got to do to make this our own sound is really use our fingers and that kind of listen, and this is where I'll get some Bruce out of this and you'll get the Sam sound. So let's see what we can do. Do you want to start with the HS-S? Yes. So I think that's a Schenker reference, and it refers to one of the Schenker brothers, and the S stands for the Scorpions. AP-WA stands for Andy Powell, Wishbone Ash.
Does the Schenker one have like a more of like a lower, like a wah pedal, like back?
Yeah. I don't know, let's find out. Let's see.
I said something intelligent.
Yeah, let us know when you do it.
Damn! What amp are we using, Bruce?
Funny you should mention that, Sam. I've swapped the heads over actually because we've been on a Fender Bassman the last couple of weeks. Now we've moved over to something a little bit more typical, something that you typically hear driven by a treble booster. So I've gone for a Cornell Plexi. Nice. Which is a very authentic version of an early Marshall Plexi. Running at 50 watts, so it's pretty much the identical setup to early Schenker UFO. What's that record? What's the album called? Phenomenon.
Okay.
This is the HS-S model. The amp behave in a particular way.
Yeah.
There's a lot of harmonics. Can you just play a note, Sam, and you can hear the harmonics come out from the... Yeah, there it is, yeah. Really, really nice. Yeah. How are you finding the control of your volume pot on that?
Well, I've got a different volume pot to you.
Of course.
So my treble will still come through probably a bit more than yours will, maybe, depending on the type of pot it is.
Right. Do you know, I'm going to play a few licks on a telly, but I'm also going to play the Les Paul because that'll be very responsive, because you've already kind of built in a little bit of treble burst.
Yeah. Well, what I can do is I can roll it back for, we can go full.
I think the early players of the 70s were very much on that volume pot. It's very, you hear it, it's almost a dying art because you get so many nuances and stuff out of it that you don't quite get out of modern high gain amps, you know, so perhaps we've lost that. But if you look at someone like Eddie Van Halen, his fingers almost glued to the pot all the time. Very interesting. So shall I try a few licks with the Treble Booster as well? It definitely is very evocative of that early 70s period.
Yeah.
Let's give it a whiz. Yeah. So here's a telly with the BSS edition of a Treble Booster made by BSM. It's definitely got a nasally thing that's enhanced by exaggerated by the Marshall, the plexi. It's very pagey, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got that attack.
Let's try it with a Les Paul. I like the detail. So let us try the Andy Powell. So the HS-S, pretty bright.
Yeah.
See if the Andy Powell is voiced any differently. So neither of these units have got tone pots, which I find a bit disconcerting, but I think the early players, they just left these on all the time because everything was done here. And one thing it does, it sort of brings in this chimey kind of clarity as you turn the pot down. So you can hear that in Ron Wood's playing in Early Faces, for example. Okay, so this is the Andy Powell version. Do you want to give it a whiz? It's got two different tone settings, so one's brighter than the other, I believe. Okay. Right, do you want to play a few licks?
Yeah.
It's much less Larry, less kind of Marshally, isn't it?
It's definitely a lot less
Gain.
Yeah.
More meaty in the mids. This reminds me more of that Schenker plexi sound, and the other one reminds me more of that Blackmore kind of thing.
Yeah.
More Scorpions, you know, more Judas Priest. Right, so I think I'm going to give that a whiz if that's all right, Sam. It's a great sound. It's wicked, isn't it? A bit Angusy. It does remind me of Angus because he was basically using his wireless system to do that job. As you turn it down, it's a dramatic difference. Border bin, what's it going to go in? Where's my paddle? Okay, so that's treble boosters for you. Which one's going to go on the board and which one's going to go in the bin? What do you reckon, Sam? Let's start with the one we ended up with there, the Andy Powell wishbone ash model made by BSM pedals. Is it going to go in the board or in the bin? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're in complete agreement. That's right. So the more trebly, more high gain HS-S, which is a reference to the Scorpions, that's going to go sadly in the bin. Great unit as it is, it's still got to go. Off he goes. Let us know in the comments your favourite treble booster based guitar sounds, and if you've got any in-depth technical knowledge about treble boosters, then that's always interesting to us pedally geeky nerds. So let us know, put it in the comments. So this is from Strings and Things, this strap. There's an early ball strap, but I really like this. It's got like a built-in strap lock.
Yeah, I like that.
And it fits on any guitar. And I think I've tried it. It doesn't fall off. That's the big worry with the old Les Pauls, is that your strap will fail and you'll do the neck.
Nice.
And end up breaking it. And the other thing about it is you can get the right. I buy a lot of straps that you can't get long enough.
Yeah, you sling it low.
Yeah. That's a great strap. Well done, early ball. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see reviews and cool guitar sounds every week from me and Sam at WaterBear. And if you're a serious guitar player, don't forget you can come and study with us full time on an honours degree or a master's. You can do that on site in Brighton, in the heart of Brighton, or anywhere else in the world, because we do online courses as well. It's all about that one-to-one mentoring and special attention to the individual as well. So we help you take your playing and your career from where you are now and get you to where you want to be. Let us know if you need to know any more about our amazing guitar courses.